Hey, what's up guys? So we're here at the Thinkware booth at SEMA, and I'm back with Billy Alexander. He's the sales manager for Thinkware North America. And we've got some new dash cams to take a look at, and we're also going to be going over some of the updates as far as their existing dash cams. So with that said, let's go ahead and start here with kind of the F70 Pro. So what's the story with this new dash cam?
So the story with this dash cam is we wanted to upgrade the current F70. The F70 has been doing very well, but then we've seen that it's kind of like run the life of the course of its life. So we wanted to upgrade the dash cam, and it still will be 1080p dash cam, but it will now have built-in Wi-Fi and built-in Bluetooth, which the F70 didn't have at all.
Okay.
Price point, it'll be similar as the current F70, and you can already find this model now in the market. So we've launched it recently, early September, and it should be a good entry-level model for people who don't want no frills, just a simple dashcam solution.
Okay, so updated entry level as Bluetooth and Wi-Fi. Is the video quality similar? Has it been upgraded at all?
No, the video quality will be similar as the F70. The main thing is just the built-in Bluetooth and built-in Wi-Fi for this dashcam.
Excellent. Now, the next two models I see here, we've got the F200 Pro and the new Q200. So what's the story with these two dash cams?
So similar to the F70 and the F70 Pro, we feel like it was time for a refresh. The F200 Pro has been around for a while, but now as consumers are expecting more bang for their buck, we wanted to upgrade the F200 Pro as well. So launching next year, around April, I think.
Okay.
This Q200, we're going to introduce it into the market to replace the F200 Pro, and it's going to be showcasing a 2K image video resolution for the front instead of the 1080p.
So F to Q, so full HD, quad HD.
Exactly.
1080p, 1440p. Okay.
And again, you're also going to find built-in Wi-Fi, but we're also adding the built-in Bluetooth.
And what's the benefit of the Bluetooth?
So the benefit of the Bluetooth is, number one, is making the pairing process easy.
Okay.
So there's not as many steps where you need to go back into the Wi-Fi settings and enter the passcode to then connect to the Wi-Fi.
Gotcha.
With the Bluetooth, the dash cam will do it all for you. So it's just a couple steps and then you connect fairly effortlessly.
Okay.
And the second benefit with the Bluetooth is in a lot of cars that have Apple CarPlay or Android Auto, they actually use the Wi-Fi band, right? So once you connect via Bluetooth, your cell phone connects to Apple CarPlay, it switches over to Wi-Fi because you're able to get more data going over that band, right?
So that way you can still connect via Bluetooth while connected to CarPlay.
Exactly. So
that's cool, I didn't think about that.
With the Bluetooth, you can still change settings and not have the car being disrupted, the connection between your cell phone and the Apple CarPlay or Android Auto.
That's smart.
But if you want to download videos or do live view, then this is where it's gonna go into Wi-Fi, and you may have then to disable the Apple CarPlay in your car.
Makes sense, just for the higher bandwidth.
Exactly, yeah.
What about HDR? I see it's mentioned over here for the rear camera with the Q200.
Yeah, so we also wanted to give the rear view camera a little boost, a little help to make the details pop more, especially in low light settings. So we added HDR for the rear view camera. And we're also increasing the max capacity for the micro SD card, so you're gonna be able to have up to 256 gig instead of the 128 that you had with the F200 Pro. And one more thing I wanted to add as well, the parking mode has also been improved. So now you're gonna have the smart parking mode that you find in the Q1000 and the U3000. Okay. So smart parking mode is, if it gets too hot in the car while in parking mode, the dashcam will actually kind of like go into energy saving mode to generate less heat and protect itself. And then if the temperature in the car drops, then it's going to resume its original parking mode recording.
And then as far as pricing and availability, what do we got for the Q200?
So availability around early Q2, so maybe April. Okay. And then pricing will be similar price point as the F200 Pro. So we are not wanting to increase the price, we're just wanting to keep the price the same and just offer more value to the customer.
And so the price was a little under 200 bucks?
It should be around 200, yes. 200. A little under 200, yeah.
Now the next model that I see here is the Q850. This I haven't seen before either. So what's the story with this one?
So the story of this one, it's going to be a slight upgrade to the Q800 Pro that we had, and it's going to sit right below the Q1000. Okay. And this will be a model specific for dealers. So in the US, we have gotten a lot of dealers wanting to carry Thinkware dash cams, and so we've grown that network of dealers. And this is really be a model for helping them out and having a model that's specific to dealers only. So you won't find it on Amazon or you won't find it on Best Buy or any kind of marketplaces.
Gotcha. So what are the improvements or differences relative to the Q800 Pro?
So image resolution will be the same as the Q800 Pro. It's going to be 2K front and 1080p rear. Okay. You're also going to have built-in Wi-Fi like the Q800 Pro. But where things start to change will be the built-in Bluetooth.
Okay.
Like I was talking about on our newer models coming up now, they will all have built-in Bluetooth. So this model will have built-in Bluetooth as well. It will also feature Thinkware connected. So the Q800 Pro used to be only Thinkware Cloud, and now this Q850 will be able to take advantage of the new suite of features that we have with the Thinkware connected app.
With the newer Thinkware connected app. Okay,
Exactly.
great.
The rear camera, similar to the Q200, will also be upgraded to HDR.
Okay.
So you'll be able to also capture better details with better contrast.
Excellent. And then as far as pricing and availability?
Pricing and availability, similar to the Q200, we're looking at maybe end of Q1, early Q2 of 2024. And as far as price goes, we're looking at selling the 2 channels, so front and rear, for under $300.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Now, finally, the last model to take a look at, we've got the Thinkware U3000. This dash cam has been out for a little while. It's not anything new. But the main thing I wanted to ask you about is I've noticed some people online have been having issues getting the rear radar transmitter working properly. I had issues in my car as well, and it took quite a bit of tweaking and adjustments to get it to work reliably. So it does work for me now, but it took a while, and I know a lot of people have been having issues with that too. So what's the story with the rear radar transmitter, and how can people actually ensure that it's working properly for them too?
Yeah, for sure. So because the rear view camera has built-in radar, it is a little bit more of a finicky installation. And the number one thing to watch out for is anything that could be metallic. So even a tint that's on the car could have some metallic property in it. So make sure that the tint of the car is not metallic or doesn't have any metallic components in the tint.
Okay.
And then the other thing to watch out for is to maybe possibly install it away from any kind of weather strip, so it's not directly on top of a defrost grid strip that you have on the rear window of
Those
vehicles.
horizontal lines?
Yeah, those little horizontal lines. So make sure it's not right on top of it, but maybe in between, so that the radar does not get interference from those metal lines running through the rear window. And those are really just the 2 main things to look out for when installing the rear view camera for the U3000.
Something else I've been curious about is I noticed with the front camera, you can adjust the front lens and the radar sensor kind of they go together up and down, but that's not the case for the rear one. The lens goes up and down, but the radar portion is going to be fixed relative to the rear window.
Exactly, yeah. So we're not able to make the radar move up and down. Unfortunately, it is fixed in the casing here. So when you install the rear view camera of the U3000, if you happen to have a rear window that's very slanted,
like this kind of?
Or
more like
this.
that.
Yeah, like that. Or even obviously if you have something flat, it's
so vertical is
not gonna
bad.
work. Yeah, vertical is bad. If you have something that's fairly horizontal with not too much of a slant, then it'll work fine.
Okay, that's good to know.
And the main reason why is because you're not able to adjust the vertical angle of the radar.
Okay.
The radar is built into the casing.
Okay, do you happen to know the vertical field of view?
That I would have to double check what the vertical field of view is, but the horizontal field of view is starting from the radar is about 70.
Okay, so it's nice and wide.
Yes.
So I guess the main thing to know is it's going to work best on maybe cars or SUVs that have a sport back.
Exactly.
But if it's more vertical, then that's when you're going to run into some more issues.
Yeah.
That's good to know too. Okay, perfect. Yeah, thanks. I know we've been trying to figure out what's going on and why does it work sometimes and not otherwise. So.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, thanks for kind of going over the new dash cams and what we need to know about the current ones too.
Thank you, Ariel. Thanks for stopping by.
Perfect. Thanks so much, guys.